Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
You want me to do the intro?
No.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast here on FanStream Sports, presented by OrionGolf.com. I am your host, the only host, and the best host of From the Rough, J. John E. Gerber, PGA professional. Over 20 years PGA professional. How was that? Was that good? How was that?
I think I might record that and just play that for every intro. It's definitely something I did.
I see it. But that was pretty damn good. That was pretty damn good. And you didn't have to edit anything. That was just straight up.
Well, I had to throw the From Orion Golf in there. That was so you did that later, and I had to splice it in at the right time. But it sounds good, doesn't it?
This is good. It was good. I was fired up too, boy.
You were, man, because I don't know what I did, what I was drinking that day, but I totally butchered the Open for those of you that missed it a couple of weeks ago. And then Johnny had to jump in, and he gave us that gold. You gave us that gold, and I was like, you know what? I'm just freaking using that from now on.
I got him. I can pull him out, boy. I can pull him out.
This is what we have. So as Johnny so eloquently told you, this is From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast right here on FanStream Sports, presented by OrionGolf.com. We are glad you guys are in here with us because the best weekend golf is nigh upon us. It is Masters
now
Week at Augusta National. Don't make the same mistake. Who was it that we saw on TV this morning?
Greenberg.
Mike Greenberg. Greeny said Augusta National Country Club.
He might get fired.
Dude, that is, you know what? That is a possibility because you don't mess with Augusta.
How do you make that mistake?
Country club?
And he's a massive, massive golf fan.
He is.
Massive. How do man, I promise you, there was more phone calls that went to him than he's ever had in his whole entire life.
Do you think his phone, and I know they have him on silent, some of them don't even have him on the set. They've got him in their lockers back there, but some guys have him in their pocket or whatever in their suit. Do you think his phone was just blowing up with his buddies, with his producers?
Wasn't buddies.
I bet you there was somebody in his ear, a producer in there saying, what the hell did you just say?
There was that invitation for him to go play got revoked. I promise you that.
There's no way Mike Greenberg had an invitation to go play.
He's played there. He's admitted he's played there. Yeah.
Well, he's lied. You know what? I can do that.
No, he's played there. He's played there, and he should play there because Scott Van Pelt's played there a bunch. You know, those guys should. If they're covering an event like that with ESPN, I'm sure you shouldn't get to play it. I want to say the owner of Disney is probably a member. So listen, there's, there
doesn't mean anything.
Sure, it does.
Not for your employees.
Well, Mike Greenberg and Stephen A. Smith is the two most powerful guys at ESPN. I'm sure Stephen doesn't play golf, but if those guys want to go play golf at Augusta National and they're covering it, right? So yeah, they played there. But you don't
Stephen A. Smith's allowed on the premises.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Bob.
It was a question. It was a question. I don't know. Think Stephen A. Smith shows up. Stephen A. Smith walks through the front door and all he hears is
F you, F you, F you, and F you.
He's a big dude, Stephen A. Smith. Like, he's a big guy. Like, he's like 6'3".
Oh, is he? He looks like he's about 5'7" on camera.
Yeah, I know, because he always has those NBA guys there. But he's a big guy, man.
Is he?
And,
I don't know how big he is.
Yeah, but he's not a golf guy. He doesn't play golf.
He's a basketball guy. That's great. I love Stephen A.
Yeah. But listen, that's like saying, I'm just trying to figure out how to compare somebody saying that. Like, it does that. No.
So that's worse, right? Than when me and Big Red had you on the Drunk Sports podcast in like 2017 to preview the Memorial. And I asked you, and I had never met you before at this point, and we had you on as Johnny's buddy, as Johnny's mini tour golf buddy, as he introduced you. not me. He introduced you as that. And I asked you how things were looking and taking shape out there at Muirfield Valley.
It's way worse than that.
It is, right?
Way worse.
Because I feel like the higher ups at Muirfield Village probably would get a little chuckle. Oh, this idiot doesn't know golf. That's kind of funny. We get it. But, dude, Fred Ridley and his friends over there are not laughing at what Mike Greenberg said this morning.
Now, did you know Fred Ridley's a member where JP's a member of Palma City?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time on the show. Yeah,
I'm sure he does. I'm sure.
Oh, no, he does. Trust me.
Yeah.
JP's one of my favorite name droppers because it's all true. He knows all these guys, but he lets you know it.
But why was he having problems getting tickets? JP?
Well, he can't get tickets. He can't get tickets.
You know the chairman of Augusta National.
Does not matter. He can't get tickets. Scottie Fitz had to hook him up. Nope. Really? Because he's trying to get tickets for tomorrow, for Thursday, and he can't get tickets for tomorrow. He's trying. He's only got tickets for Saturday. Or, I'm sorry, Friday, I think he said. No, it's Saturday. Is it Saturday? Whatever. He's trying to get tickets for Thursday, too, and he can't. He can't get them.
He must have done something to Fred or something. I don't know.
I mean, you think Fred Ridley can just hand out tickets arbitrarily?
Yes. Yeah, sure he can. He's one of the few guys. He's a handful of guys that certainly
can do that. Yeah,
but maybe does he want to?
JP's probably not comfortable asking him. Maybe.
Yeah, you're probably right there. That JP's like that. He doesn't like to ask those. I mean, that's listen. He is the chairman, but that's a big favor. Like that's right. It's not like asking tickets to a Lightning game or sitting in a box or.
No.
Listen, people don't understand. The Masters ticket is the hardest ticket in sports to get.
That would be like you knowing the president of CBS Sports, as a neighbor or at your country club, and hitting them up for Super Bowl tickets.
It's way harder than that.
Well, no, that's what I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I would never do that. Well, I mean, so I'm not hitting Fred Ridley up for Masters tickets.
Yeah, but that's a good point you made. JP's not like that. JP doesn't like to use those favors. And if it was like offered or JP might just, a little, hey, man, it'd be nice to go to the Masters if he's around Fred and Fred doesn't say anything. It's like, because I'm sure he gets hit up all the time. Like, listen, I'm, whatever. But just take a guess. Now, this was a month ago when the premise of Tiger was coming back. Didn't know Phil wasn't playing. Mm-hmm. Monday, Tuesday. So tickets vary in terms of the cost. So take a guess how much a single day ticket was on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, I have the slightest idea what they cost.
Just a single ticket one day,
$100,
not tournament rounds, huh?
$100.
I'm being serious.
Less?
Just take it.
Or
you
more?
said $100.
Yeah, for a non-tournament round? I don't know.
Take a guess.
$500?
$6,000.
Why would anybody do that?
Dude, it's $6,000.
Why would anybody do that?
A day. It's just, and then, they have a lottery. So you can put your name in the lottery and get tickets. That's pretty cool. That's one of the cool things that they do.
Right.
Six dimes. 6 dimes for a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm out.
But people just do. I mean, listen, man, and you have to stay 100 miles away minimum to come in. I mean, it's
because there's no hotels, right?
I've been blessed to play there. I've been blessed to go there. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying anything, but as a PGA member, we get complimentary tickets to go just for ourselves. It used to be a complimentary ticket and one of your siblings that had the same last name as you or their up or your wife. And they did it. But it got so popular that we only get a ticket for us as a PGA member. We don't get to take anyone anymore. And that's a great perk of being a PGA member. $6,000 Monday, Tuesday, $6,000.
So needless to say, Johnny's splitting or splurging for the company to take all of us out there to Augusta National next year.
I'm very good at sports, golf betting. I got to get better if I'm going to afford 6 dimes to take you to Augusta National.
I wouldn't let you spend 6 dimes on me. I'll go sneak in. That's all I need.
Well, that's not happening either.
I could sneak in if I wanted to.
No, you could not. No, no. Security
challenge
there
me.
is worse. Worse. Okay, then that's
Don't
coming from the
me.
guy that's going to be in Augusta jail.
I mean, I'm not
Really?
saying I won't get caught at some point. I'm just saying I could sneak my way into Augusta.
No, you can't.
I bet I could sneak in the underground parking garage too.
I can tell what kind of show this. You want to get straight to our picks? I mean, because it's.
I could break my way into Scottie Scheffler's whatever his courtesy SUV is this week and just pop out of the back of it when he picks up his golf clubs in the underground parking. Surprise! I'm here.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, you wearing Sunday orange?
I'm here.
You and Tiger wearing your Sunday orange.
He's another Sunday orange guy.
He is. Oh, that's so great. One of the greatest lines ever.
Yeah, that was great.
But we are not here to talk about Sunday orange or talk about Masters tickets. I guess we are. Yeah, but it is the 2026, the 90th running of the Masters, Johnny. And I feel like I remember all 90. I feel like I was there.
You're old enough.
And I saw something interesting. This course, people talk about the rich history of this tournament and the course and the venue and just all the mystery and the pageantry surrounding this tournament. This tournament has undergone several changes over the past 90 episodes.
Every year it's a change.
Every year it changes. Yeah, the course itself, we see old historic pictures of it from the 50s, and it looks like a cow pasture compared to what it looks like now. Sure. And something that I guess I hadn't really thought of is I've seen the yardage on this course. I saw they broke it down from its inception, and clearly it's gotten longer over the years. But just since the year 2000, Johnny, and I don't know why this surprised me, but it did. They have added 600 yards to this thing since 1999, since the year 2000.
You know why?
Which seems crazy to me because it's already in a confined space. Like there's really nowhere you can go. And I know they've moved roads.
Oh, yeah.
That's how much they care about this thing locally. They let them do whatever they want.
They buy roads there. You know why they did that? They tried to Tiger proof it because they were tired of Tiger hitting driver sand wedge in the par fives.
Yeah.
Just
rightfully
they
so.
have. And we talked about this earlier on the JP Peterson show. And listen, to contrary what people believe, Augusta National Group is the most powerful group in all of golf. It's not USGA, it's not the PGA, it's not the PGA Tour. It is the Augusta National Group. They are the most powerful people, not only in golf for sure, but in business and things that, listen, there is no that gets told to them when they want to do something. There's no. They buy roads. They buy the land. Yep. They buy homes. They buy cities. They buy things, what they want to do to that place. There's money's not an issue. They have made the economy of Augusta so much money and so much notoriety. There's there's not. They when they want to do something, they just do it. Yep. They just what it is. And they, like I said, they bought a road and rerouted a road so they can move 14. Yeah. Like that's what they do. That's what they do.
Crazy
and
to think about.
Not only when they do it fast. Yeah. Like the new
overnight. That road was moved like overnight. Nobody knew about it.
Man, they got them ants out there, man. Those ants were working. They were working building those roads, man. And the player service lounge, which I don't know how many square feet. They don't reveal a lot of details. Right. Which is a new locker room, food, dining upstairs. They started it in June.
Yep.
It's done.
That's insane.
They're not going through the city to get coating. They're not the underground parking garage started in August. It's done.
Think about that dig.
It's what they do. And they're like I said, they're the most powerful people in golf. They are. People can, if you guys want to get on the chat line and debate this, there's no debate. There's not.
No.
I'm just telling you there is no debate. So that being said, the changes, they make little subtle changes every single year. That's what they do. They whether they lengthen a hole, they cut down a tree, they widen bunkers, they move bunkers, anything that they want to do to challenge the players, to make the players better. They are the pioneers. I don't know what else to say. They're the most powerful people in golf.
So I've got 3 storylines, Johnny, I wanted to talk about for the patrons who are listening to the show today, as well. That's how we'll refer to them this week. Is first the weather forecast, because I think
Christmas.
For once it looks almost too good to be true.
It is.
Second, the top contenders for the green jacket, because I think while the stars are kind of right where you might expect them to be, I feel like this year's field kind of feels especially deep. And then third, one of the more fascinating angles that I've seen of the entire week, can a Masters rookie don the green jacket?
No.
So those are just a few of the things we'll get into. I want to start with the weather, because for the first
time,
the only
one? You know the only Masters rookie to win?
Fuzzy?
That's right.
Yeah.
Your guy. And he just passed away. So they're going to honor him a little bit this week, which they should.
Yeah, I was he had his contentious moments for sure. There's no question. But, so what? So did a lot of other people who played golf back in the day. We don't have to get into all of that.
Yeah, we won't. And obviously some of the things that he had kind of, listen, I'm not going to justify or stick up for it. No, it doesn't work that way. You know how I stand with things like that. I don't tolerate racism. I don't tolerate any of those things. There's no excuse for, hey, I lived in an era of this, and it's never acceptable. You know me, no. I don't play that game.
Just because it's the norm and it's accepted doesn't make it right.
No, but he was a fan favorite.
Yeah,
and
I loved him back in the day, watching him play.
When he went back in the days, the late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s, even the early 90s. People wanted to go see Fuzzy. He was the Peter Jacobson, the Payne Stewart, the kind of those guys that, entertaining for fans was an important part of golf, just not playing extremely well, and just so happened to be he was a really good player.
There's 2 things about Fuzzy that always stood out to me that I remembered. The 84 U.S. Open, when he waved the towel, waving the white flag because he thought he was going to lose to Norman, and then he came back to beat him in the 18-hole playoff. I thought that was one of the greatest moments of golf to me.
Dick face.
And then when he got busted and I forgot where this was.
That was Augusta when he talked about Tiger.
For you, well, he got busted for, I wasn't going there.
Oh.
No, am I getting him mixed up with Craig Stadler? It was Craig Stadler who got busted for putting the towel under his knees.
Stadler. That was
Stadler. Yeah. But yeah, the Fuzzy Zeller waving of the white flag at Winged Foot in 84, I think, at the US Open. That just to me was because I've always hated Greg Norman, and I've never.
Trash.
He married my future ex-wife back in the day, and he did
Chris Evert.
Yes, I had the hot Chris Evert in the 70s,
and that was his best friend.
I know.
That was if you're gonna do that to your best friend, what do you think you do to anybody else?
That's why me and Johnny are single, you guys, because we don't want to have to go steal each other's wives.
That's not true. That's not why.
That's why I'm single.
This is a choice. It's a choice. A good
choice for me. It's a choice for me. We have different interest in women, though. That's all we'll say.
Extreme.
Johnny likes that kind of woman.
And
that kind of woman.
And who should not like my kind of woman?
And that kind of woman. Yeah, Tim likes this kind of woman.
Yeah, right. Box head.
So yeah, the weather for the first time in a while looks like it's going to not be part of the drama as it usually is, and that's kind of a story in and of itself if the weather cooperates. Heading into the week, forecast looks about as clean as anybody, including players, patrons, and broadcasters could ask for. Thursday supposed to top out around 73 degrees, and then it's going to warm up from there for the rest of the week. Upper 70s on Friday, mid 80s on Saturday, and pushing the upper 80s by Sunday afternoon. That just means clear skies, plenty of sun, very little chance of rain, no expectation for delays. And I think that's huge because in recent years, the Masters has had to deal with weather interruptions, awkward stop-start conditions. We had the lightning storm a couple years ago that knocked down a bunch of trees, that delayed a lot of things.
Yeah.
But this week, it certainly looks like the course that we will get 4 uninterrupted rounds in just awesome conditions for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, and it just makes it better, right? I mean, the cool part is they're giving some more viewing opportunities this year. You can see it on Paramount Plus, obviously ESPN Plus, but Prime, you can watch it tomorrow starting at 12 Eastern for a couple hours. So, that's just the great business mind of everyone's bidding. If you look at how great they are of business people, they're spreading this over networks. So you have ESPN, who's an ABC network, who's Disney, and then you got CBS, then you got Paramount, then you have Amazon Prime. So you're getting these people in these bidding awards to get sectors of this event. Genius business. It's just you bid to the highest bidder and you give it to the highest bidder in sections, not the whole day.
Right.
Not the whole, just 2 hours. I don't want to come up with an idea or a number of what Prime paid for 2 hours of Masters coverage. I wouldn't even, that's even out of, I think I'm a pretty damn good businessman, but to think of what that number would actually be, I couldn't even start to even think about what that number is. And they'll get it back. They'll get it back. They will. They'll get it back.
The thing about this course to me is when you get dry weather here, light wind, they have full control of the course setup. Does the grounds crew? They can really take advantage of this course the way it's meant to be set up. No rain means the greens won't soften up. With no major weather events, they don't have to back off the setup that they want. Modest wind, especially Friday and Saturday, it's going to be firm, right? Firm fairways, slick greens.
That's how they want it.
The grounds crew will have full control of how fiery this course can absolutely be when you've got great weather. And that's a major storyline, I think, because when it's firm and fast like that, it stops just being beautiful and it starts becoming terrifying. And I'm here for it.
Yeah. I mean, they can do whatever they want. It's what they're big earn. They're above the law. They're big earn. So
you're looking at guys, they've got to master their approach shots. They've got to be exactly where they need to go. Misses around the greens are going to be more punishing. And then once you get to the weekend, if those putting surfaces are really humming, the course becomes every bit as mentally damaging as it is physically beautiful, because these guys are in for a long weekend if they don't get something to slow this thing down. And I don't know that they will.
They don't want to, nor they will, but it brings so many players into an opportunity to win, which is going to be compelling and exciting. You're looking at a field that's, when it gets firm, when it gets soft, you strengthen the field of opportunities for players to win. When it gets firm, you broaden who has an opportunity to win, even you can eliminate. And we'll talk about that in our picks and who you can really eliminate and how we handicap it. I'm not saying it's an easy tournament to handicap, but out of 91 players, there's 25 can win, maybe not even that. We'll talk a little bit about some of the stats in terms of opportunities to win, but it certainly brings other players in the field of top 10s, top 20s on the betting perspective, and maybe guys that make. I think if the cut's going to be low, I think it's going to be even par, maybe one under. I just think that the shorter hitters can still take advantage of the par fives.
Yep. Well, let's get into the contenders a little bit, because I think the field this week is loaded. We talked about it a little bit as we subbed for JP Peterson on the JP Peterson show out in Tampa Bay.
Take a break before we dive in?
Oh, apparently you need a break. So we will take a break right now.
No, I thought you look a little agitated, so I figured you want to take a break.
I'm irritated, not agitated. No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll get a break in here. Come back on the other side, talk about the contenders, the favorites, some of the history there. Who won't be here for the first time in a long time? A couple of guys. I'm sure everybody knows that storyline by now. And then we're going to get into the possibility of a rookie winning this thing. It's all right here coming up, along with Johnny's picks. Johnny's winning picks, and I will spin the wheel. I had a winner last week, Johnny, by the way.
You did.
I did in my top 20. So that's all thanks to you, since you make the picks, sort of. I just come up with the names. You put them where they go.
Sure.
But all that coming up here on From the Rough, right here on FanStream Sports, back after this.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Hey, folks, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center, a very different kind of approach to primary care. Personalized preventative medicine, not a one-pill-fits-all mentality. Christopher Lugo and his experienced medical staff are proactive in looking at issues before they become a problem, encouraging a healthy lifestyle with proper diet, supplements, and exercise to optimize your active lifestyle. Rather than the impersonal, rushed approach, you will be the only patient and will have our full attention. That's new. Getting old is inevitable, but feeling and looking old is avoidable. Bay Area Modern Medical Centers are experts in anti-aging regenerative medicine that optimizes your body's performance in many areas. So call for an appointment to get started on a journey back to full health and a happy life with a new, modern way of healthcare. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly. Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Look at that timing. Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCar Tim. That is PGA of America, 20-year PGA of America member.
That's C-Rect. That's right.
Johnny Gerbinator, Gerbinator.
Now you can't make up the nicknames. You can't say 20-year PGA member and come up with like a elementary school nicknames. It doesn't work that way.
Do what I want. I'm the one talking on the microphone right now.
Okay,
we'll fix that, won't we, Johnny? You can take over the close of this show too this week.
We'll edit. We
will edit. This is the 2026 Masters preview brought to you by OrionGolf.com as well as Toms-Town.com, Kansas City's favorite distilling company up there.
I just made myself a little Tomstown.
Did you?
Tomstown with a little retreat glass, retreat cup for our man Kohler.
Nice.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on the show today, but have a big Masters event out there at the retreat down in Cleburne, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool little par 3 that they got going on. I was there a couple years ago. It was great. So he's got his hands full, and they got a little Masters draft party. So
Nice.
Full slate for Kohler. He loved to be on here, but I told him we couldn't have Scottie Scheffler talk. So he's like, well, I'll pass.
Man, you know what would be fun? We should have talked about this probably off the air, but it would be fun for me to drive down there Saturday and watch the Masters in the clubhouse there at the bar with everybody, do some live on the spot reporting, spend the night, and then spend Sunday in the same spot doing some live on air reporting from the retreat down there, just talking about it and celebrating the win and doing a little post game afterwards. Should have put all that together. I didn't think about it till just now, though.
Still can.
I don't know if I have enough time to prepare drinks or not.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll talk about it, eh?
Yeah.
As they say up north of the border. So I think the field this week, as far as the contenders go, as far as the entire field goes, is just loaded. And as always, the conversation has to start with that one guy who somehow everybody still thinks is a good golfer.
Scottie Scheffler.
Even in a year where he's looked more than a little, human than he probably is, he still enters Augusta as the favorite. And that's what happens when you're the number one in the world. You already own 2 green jackets in the last 4 years, and you've got to think, look, if he can win again this year, he'd become just the 4th player in Masters history to win 3 jackets in a 5-year span. Tiger, Jack, and Arnie. Those are the only 3 that have done it. So he would obviously be entering even rarer company than he is already in with some of his accomplishments, and that's some pretty serious history. And I think also what makes Scottie so interesting this week is that while he hasn't looked quite as automatic as he has in the past, he is still somehow
Scottie Scheffler.
He's had some time off. He's coming into one of his favorite golf courses in the world. He's also now a father of 2, which I won't go on my what kids and wives do to your golf game rant. Got that out of my system a little bit on Monday. But, that break that he's had now just might reset everything, and maybe Augusta is exactly where he snaps right back into killer mode. What are your thoughts on Scottie this week?
Yeah, it could go a couple of different ways, right? I mean, he hadn't fared very well in the first couple of rounds, the last few tournaments, driving it poor. Hopefully, did he have enough time? I think rest was a big key for him. So yeah, it could go a couple of ways. You just don't ever know with Scottie. I mean, you have to rest no matter what. Don't go home and grind. Maybe having the baby has a much better perspective. Looks like, he was getting a little bit irritated towards before he took the break. So, maybe a little reset is right. I mean, that's a great way to do things, to kind of reset, start over, go to a place where you feel appreciated of just being there, right? I mean, just, not so much pressure to win the tournament, but just say, I'm very blessed to be. If you could watch his press conferences, everyone's like, listen, no matter what it is, there's no one bigger than the golf course. There's not one player that's bigger than Augusta National.
Yep.
So you look at it maybe that way, as opposed to maybe other places. Maybe this is the right place for him to have a reset. It's a great point.
Right behind him is Rory McIlroy, the defending champion. Now a guy who chases a different kind of history because he's finally gotten over the hump and completed the career Grand Slam last year. Rory comes into Augusta trying to do something no one since Tiger's done, and that's back-to-back Masters titles. And that's kind of a dream scenario for Rory and all of his fans, but there's at least a couple of question marks this week. He hasn't played since the Players, and then there's been questions about his back. Unlike some of his hottest pre-master stretches, he isn't arriving here with a huge wave of momentum. But the counter to that is that Rory no longer has that emotional burden of trying to win here because he's already done it. And I think that changes a lot for Rory. What are your thoughts on him coming into the week?
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit it right on the head. I mean, I think the pressure is not there anymore. And again, it's a little bit like Scottie. You could take it 2 ways. I mean, is he going to play freer because there's not so much pressure and really just kind of go? I think I don't like the form he's coming into with the back and not playing since the Masters. whether how much he's practiced. I know he moved back over to Europe. So, how much time has he really had to practice with the weather? Yeah, obligations that you have there. Some of these things, is he just taking it all in? And he made some really interesting comments. He's like, yeah, I want to soak it all in of my obligations and being a Masters champion. Now, does that take away from his preparation? Don't know. I don't see it, but it's a rare feat for somebody to go back to back. It's only happened 3 times.
Yeah.
Jack Tiger and Nick Faldo. So, does he fit in that category as a player? Yeah, he's pretty close to that category. I think if he wins another major, I think he supersedes Nick Faldo as the greatest European player ever. Until he does that, I think Nick still holds that bar. But yeah, it's a tall task to do, just with the obligations and things, and not playing coming in. So yeah, do I think? It's a hard thing with Rory. He knows the place so well. Do I think he's going to contend or be up there? Yeah, maybe. But it would shock the hell out of me if he won.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact quote was, but he has certainly enjoyed this week leading up to, teeing off on Thursday. I don't remember what the exact quote was, but it was something like, I don't care if we ever tee off and start this thing. I'm having too much fun right now. Where he was just enjoying the week ahead of it as the defending champion, that champions dinner that he got to host for the first time. And he commented on how much he's looking forward to that champions dinner every single year to go back, kind of like a little kid, I thought, kind of like when he won it last year. He's slipped back into that mentality, that little kid mentality. Just in all of his excitement and emotions, I think, came back to him this week from winning the thing. So, it would be a bit of a surprise if he wins this thing, but it's going to be fun to watch him compete and see if he can recapture any of that magic that he had last year. We've also got Jon Rahm, of course, the 2023 champion. Kind of feels like he's lurking a little bit where he always seems to at Augusta. He's been playing pretty well this year on Live. He's lost a couple of times to Bryson, but he's got a pretty hot streak going in the top 5s over on that other tour. He's the kind of guy whose game just sort of fits this course year after year. He can be comfortable on tough setups, and I don't think he's ever intimidated by moments. He doesn't always carry through with those moments, but I don't think it's because he's intimidated. And he's got to be the kind of guy that you'd expect to be sort of hanging around on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a golf course in the world that fits Jon Rahm's game, this is it. I mean, he hits it extremely far. He hits a cut. His short game's magnificent. I mean, Jon Rahm can only get in Jon Rahm's way.
Yeah.
And does the competitive aspect of riding in a cart and more lax hurt him? Probably a little bit. Walking this place isn't easy.
Yeah.
And he isn't the most fit guy in the world. So I'm not saying, but you get my point. I mean, this is a different, it's not like he's out playing Lake Park and it's flat as Fancy's ass, but it's a hilly place.
Yeah.
And, is fatigue going to be a factor if he has contention walking this place for 4 days when you're riding in a golf cart when you're normally playing golf? So, yeah, I mean, I think there's more variables that kind of balance out for Jon Rahm in terms of those things. But as a golf course and how this place fits him to a T.
And then, of course, we've got Bryson DeChambeau. He is on an absolute roll. He's coming into Augusta off 2 straight Live Golf victories, both of them with Jon Rahm finishing second to him. And I think that timing matters for him. He's got confidence. He's got form. The only thing missing from him right now is that green jacket. And that's what's so interesting about him this week. Among the 4 biggest names at the top of the odds board, he's the only one without a title here. Rory's got 1, Scottie's got 2, Jon Rahm has 1, and Bryson is the one that still has to break through. And you got to think this year is one of his best chances yet, as hot as he is coming in. He's coming in playing well. He's playing with an edge. And a lot of times for a guy with this much confidence, that can carry over to this course. What do you think about Bryson?
Yeah, if the course setup and the conditions and the weather hurt anybody, it's him. And I would like him a hell of a lot more if it was soft. Just because he's going to have to back off the driver a little bit. He wants to be a bully at this place, and it's a place you can't be a bully. And he's going to have to drop back on some of the strategic things that he has to do around here. Maybe not hit driver off some tees, but that brings the field in terms of helping. And I didn't like Kevin Hart was caddying for him today in the par 3. So I didn't like that very much. I'm joking, but my point is if the conditions playing firm and fast hurt anyone, it probably hurt Bryson.
Was Kevin Hart able to carry his bag? Because I feel like the bag's bigger than Kevin Hart.
There was kids out there that were bigger than Kevin Hart, and but it was I was actually pretty.
I'd have enjoyed it more if Shaq was caddying for Bryson DeChambeau. To me, that would have been funnier.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, actually. It was pretty cool.
So outside of those four, it gets a little bit more interesting. Ludvig Åberg, of course, has 2 top 10 finishes and 2 trips to Augusta, which is absurd when you think about how hard this place is on younger players. Xander Schauffele's been in the mix on Sundays before here, and he kind of feels like the guy who's always right there at the end of a major. Cameron Young is fresh off his win at the Players. He's got the firepower and the confidence to make a run. And, of course, Tommy Fleetwood, who's one of the more talented players in the world, still searching for that first signature major breakthrough. And that's part of what I think makes this year so compelling. All the top tier star players, but it doesn't feel closed off to just those guys. I feel like there's a lot of room for chaos. And speaking of chaos, let's look at the rookie angle real fast, because there are very few hard rules at Augusta National, but one of them has held for a long, long time. Debutantes almost never win this tournament. And outside of the inaugural event and Fuzzy Zeller in 1979, nobody has won the Masters in their first appearance. We've had some close calls. But to me, that's one of the more endearing trends in the sport, is new guys at Augusta don't have the knowledge, the patience, and the discipline a lot of times, or the comfort level that you only get with some scar tissue built up from playing here before. But there are some names that jump out. One of those guys, Jacob Bridgeman. And we're going to get into a lot of these guys, Johnny, on my wheel when we get into our picks. Jacob Bridgeman, Chris Gotterup, Ryan Gerard, Ben Griffin, Marco Penge. Just to name a few, the first timers. Any thoughts on any of these first timers even coming close this year, especially with the weather?
Marco Penge is going to have a chance he won't have a chance to win, but I think he'll perform well. Only thing with Gotterup is he doesn't hit the ball high enough. And if you look at his wins where he won Myrtle Beach, Scottish Open, I mean, you got to hit it knee high to a grasshopper, right? And that's not very good for here. So yeah, I just don't think, I love the form Chris Gotterup is. I love how he's performed over the last 12 months. I just don't think it's a really good golf course for him. So there's nobody in that list of first timers that jump out to me and say, man, this guy can have a chance. Because one thing is the number one key to this place and the number one criteria I look at is experience at this place. And you're not going to get it all in playing 3 or 4 or 5 practice rounds. You're not. Yep. So that's why you see guys who can win in their mid 40s, upper 40s, contend in their 50s because they played for so long and they know where to miss it. They know what it takes. This place is a different animal than any other place that they've had. Sometimes you'd rather miss the green on the correct side and chip than have a 20-foot putt on the green.
Yeah.
Right. So some of those little nuances that the rookies do not know, I think will hinder them. And I don't see anyone really in that group of first timers having an opportunity to win. Now, can they play well, top 10, top 20? Yeah, sure. But to win is a completely different animal.
All right. Well, that said, let's take our last break of the day. And then on the other side, we've got the Wheel of Misfortune picks that Johnny insisted that I do and throw together at the last minute because everybody loves the Wheel of Misfortune picks. And then we'll get into Johnny's winning picks for you right here on the other side. We are From the Rough on FanStream Sports. back after this.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream. fanstreamsports.com.
Hey, folks, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center, a very different kind of approach to primary care. Personalized preventative medicine, not a one-pill-fits-all mentality. Christopher Lugo and his experienced medical staff are proactive in looking at issues before they become a problem, encouraging a healthy lifestyle with proper diet, supplements, and exercise to optimize your active lifestyle. Rather than the impersonal, rushed approach, you will be the only patient and will have our full attention. That's new. Getting old is inevitable, but feeling and looking old is avoidable. Bay Area Modern Medical Centers are experts in anti-aging regenerative medicine that optimizes your body's performance in many areas. So call for an appointment to get started on a journey back to full health and a happy life with a new, modern way of healthcare. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tom's Town, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka. Named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tom's Town, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly. Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. It's our 2026 Masters preview, giving you all of the insight we can possibly give, and then maybe a little bit of insight you didn't ask for and you didn't know you needed. It's kind of what we do around here.
You need it.
I'm IndyCar Tim. That is PGA of America member Johnny Gerber. Yeah, they just didn't know that they needed it. It is time for Johnny's winning picks.
Until you need it.
Sometimes you need it and you don't know you need it.
Sometimes when you score, you score.
Sometimes when you score, you score.
Sometimes when there's only one pickle in the pickle jar, you just got to eat that pickle.
That is true. And then sometimes
I could hit it like Jesus.
Sometimes he can hit it like Jesus. Sometimes we wonder.
Where's Mills?
Sometimes we wonder where Mills is. But we always wonder about Johnny.
I like other guys.
But I'll watch women's gymnastics.
He will watch you some women's gymnastics in the Summer Olympics, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But most of the time,
You can't touch this.
you just can't touch this. That's the way we roll around here. So it is time for those that are new to this thing. If you know what's happening, it's your favorite segment, according to Johnny. I do. So Johnny gives you his winning picks. Those are the ones you bet on that you use to make all of your money, that you use for your vacation fund, put your kids through college if You think that's what you need to do with your money is send your kids to college? If that's what you think, I would love to have a conversation with you off of the air someday to save you a lot of money. But that is neither here nor there. So the way I do mine, though, and this is relatively new, it started this year. I used to do my picks the old-fashioned way with hard research, a little bit of homework, and a whole lot of guessing. And sometimes I even threw darts at a dartboard with names on it. This is the Wheel of Misfortune pick. Normally I do this in the studio, and I've got a physical wheel, and I write the names on them. I am at home doing the show today. Had some stuff to take care of at one of the high schools that one of my 47 children go to take care of. So as his senior year is wrapping up, getting things in line for graduation if he decides he wants to do that. But so we are doing the virtual Wheel of Misfortune as we have done before when I'm at home. And I basically throw my 7 names up there. And then I have the odds for all 7 players to win top 10 and top 20. And before I spin,
why don't you do 8? Why do you do 7? Why don't you?
Because that's 8? Because 7 is what fits on the board or on the wheel in the studio.
Fair.
I mean, doing the virtual one, I can do as many as I want, because it's virtual. But on the wheel at the studio, it's got 7 slots that I can make evenly. So that's why I picked 7. So I have 7 for the 3 spots for a winner, top 10 and top 20. So what we do is before I spin, I will ask Johnny, what name is this, or what position is this going to be, whoever it lands on, and he'll say it's your winner, it's your top 10, or your top 20, and that's what we roll with. Last week I had a winner in my top 20. I can't remember who it was. I don't have it. It's at the studio. But
Hitsasune.
It was Rio Hitsasune.
Finished top 10, actually, but we just
was it top 10? That's
20.
Right. Yeah.
But you had him top 20, but he finished top 10.
He finished in the top 10, yeah. That is erect, sir. All right, well, let's throw this up on the screen for everyone to have just as much fun with it as we do, Johnny. It's going to be fun. So my names that I have on the wheel, if you can't see them, are Max Homa, because he's on my wheel every week, Marco Penge, Harry Hall, Ryan Gerard, Jacob Bridgeman, Chris Gotterup, and Jason Day. You'll notice a lot of first-time players here. I did that on purpose. It was just kind of the bit I was going with this week.
This is going to be easy.
It pays off. We'll see if any of it pays off, Johnny. What is the first one for you today?
Miss the cut.
That's not an option on the wheel.
Because they're all miss the cut.
It's not an option on the wheel. You got to play along, or we'll just go a different direction with it.
Top 10. Top 10.
It is a top 10. Here we go. Who is the top 10 on the Wheel of Misfortune this week? We're going with Harry Hall, Johnny. Harry Hall is our top 10. Harry Hall's odds at top 10.
Never trust a guy with 2 first names.
Hall's not a first name.
I know a Hall.
As a first name?
Hallway.
That's his middle name. Harry Hall and top 10 is what you said, correct? He is plus 900 for a top 10.
Trash.
Is that value? That's what I call value.
I call it trash.
Put him on my Teddy Roosevelt readers here.
All right, Harry
Hall.
Winner.
This was for a winner?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who's my winner this week?
Don't matter.
Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Jacob Bridgeman, Johnny, the winner. Jacob Bridgeman is 70-1. Lots of value. He probably missed the cut. Probably hear a whole lot of.
Probably from the guy that's not going to play for the weekend.
Yeah. Remove his name from the board, which leaves Chris Gotterup, Ryan Gerard, Marco Penge, Max Homa, Jason Day for the top 20. Wheel of Misfortune. What misfortune will you bring me today? How about Ryan Gerard, Johnny, for the top 20?
That's not actually that bad.
Plus 300 is what Ryan is for top.
Not that bad.
No?
You might have a chance there.
So we'll take a picture of this so we can show it to everybody, and I'll remember what it is, and I don't have to write it down somewhere else. Which means now, Johnny, of course, it's time for everybody's actual favorite segment, because it's the one that makes them some money. It is time for Johnny's winning picks.
So we're not going to get too in-depth in this, and the reason being is because it is a short field, greatest week in golf. We don't do ham sandwich picks this week, but we do have a special pick. We don't do too many, prop bets. Last week was brutal in San Antonio, but we did eke out a little bit of profit, plus 125 in net profit. We did go 1-0 in our matchups to get us to 14, 7, and 4 on our matchups, and we made $125, which, listen, that was incredible compared to how the golf course played. 3 different types of golf courses, so we are plus $1,890 for the year. We're going to zip through this really fast because there's not a lot of explanation. Everybody knows who these players are. Everybody knows Augusta National. No ham sandwich pick this week. We like Xander Schauffele at 14-1. His record says everything you need to know. Listen, this guy's due to win at this place. Before his career is over, he is going to win. Why not this week? Ludvig Åberg, 16-1. If he can get past his woogie boogies on Sunday, I actually hope he doesn't lead on Sunday. Because his track record leading on Sunday, he's a better guy coming from behind. Don't mark that. I don't mean it in that way, even though he's European. Don't mark that, please.
Too late.
Don't mark that. He fits the mold. Don't mark that either. Coming from behind, fitting the mold. Just stop. I know where your mind's going.
I already wrote it down.
Hideki Matsuyama, 25-1. Listen. The bugaboo with Hideki, he's been playing really good this year. The bugaboo with him is he's been driving a little bit offline. You can do that at Augusta National. He hits the ball extremely high, hits it plenty far. His short game's fantastic. 25-1. If you believe in karma, if you believe in the ghost in the karma of Augusta National, which I certainly do, Justin Rose at 28-1. He played well enough to win last year and probably 10 years before. Every year, he played so well last year. I like him. I really like him. It would surprise the hell out of me if he does not win. 28-1. Bobby Mack, he's going to be first out the limo. If you guys old school, you might not know that reference, but it's you guys who really watch the show, you will get it. Plus 250, Adam Scott at plus 475. Adam Scott is probably my favorite bet this week to finish in the top 10 at plus 475. He's still fit, still hits it far, still hits it high, got plenty in the tank, past champion, knows how to play when it's firm. Love him 475. Bobby Mack, his game doesn't necessarily fit this place in terms of height and how high he hits it, but I like the form he's coming in. He got a bad raw deal last week. If you looked at it, he shot 14 under on a firm golf course in San Antonio at TPC San Antonio. When it got soft, he shot 2 under par. He likes it when it's firm and fast. Loving Bobby Mack at plus 250. 2 top 20s. We got Dirt Nap at plus 170. And we got CC, the Canadian Crusher, at plus 185. Listen, neither of these two guys win, but they can finish in the top 20. They're great ball strikers. They both hit it extremely high. I like Dirt Nap's length. So I like those two guys in the top 20. We got a special pick. Zach Johnson to make the cut at even money. All he has to do is make the cut. Now, listen. If this place was soft, he would not have a chance. It's playing firm. Now, when he won, it played soft, but when he won, it played at 6,800 yards. This place is playing 7,400 yards. He won his first couple Champions Tour events that he has played. He's playing great wedge game, and as how firm this place is playing, he may have an opportunity to get to a couple of these par fives, which is telling you how far it is. We'll find out tomorrow. But his wedge game is spectacular. The cut's probably going to be even par, 1 over, 1 under, somewhere around there. Scoring's going to be very good with his wedge game, and as good as he hits it and how he chases the ball out, making the cut. Zach Johnson at even par for the old fogies. That's our card. It was short. It was sweet. Everybody knows these players. No ham sandwich, no long shot. Love this week. Going to be posted up early in the morning all week. It's going to be a great week for the Masters.
Real quick, Johnny, guess on winning score.
I like 12 under.
Ooh, I like that too. Pretty sure I could hit that out there if I needed to.
Yeah, you could shoot 12 over on the first hole, and then you'd be done.
I wouldn't quit. I'd keep playing. I'd just probably have to borrow balls from my playing partner.
Yeah, 12's a great number for you, but that's what some of the holes you're going to be scoring on per hole, not really the winning score.
You think they'd let me continue to play if I was making a 12 on every hole at Augusta?
I'm going to tell you this, no bullshit. You wouldn't break 150 out there.
I believe you. Especially set up the way they're setting it up.
Yeah, you just wouldn't.
How many mulligans do I get?
None. No, we mulligans.
Can't take mulligans.
It's not, man, not putt.
Do I get to use my foot wedge?
No.
Lance taught me. Big Red taught me how to use a foot wedge.
No, it's. I'm so excited about this week. I know you and I talk. This is our favorite week. I love it, and not only because it was your birthday yesterday, and happy birthday. We talked about it all day, day yesterday. Listen, I'll be up in the morning checking the leaderboards. I will be up with the streaming services. I will be commentating on it, what we're doing. I'll be tweeting what it is. And on Sunday evening, we will be cashing tickets. Tickets.
And we'll be back on Monday for the recap and talk about all the winners that we had on Johnny's card and how much money was made. Look for matchups over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday on our social media and at fanstreamsports.com in the headlines section. And then obviously we'll do our full recap on the show, 5:00 Central, 6:00 Eastern at fanstreamsports.com or later the same day, wherever you get your podcast. I'm IndyCar Tim. That is John, PGA of America member, in quotes, Gerber. And again, good luck to everybody. Watch some Masters. It's the best golf week of the year. If you don't like it, then I don't like you.
Correct.
That's all I'm saying. We will be back with another one of these things on Monday. Till then, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.